Hello, welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing presented by National Weather Service Pocatello for Thursday, November 10th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. There's a low that brought the snow and the wind yesterday and overnight. It will exit during the afternoon. There are some light snow showers, though, for the eastern highlands that will continue. However, all warnings and advisories have expired. We're not expecting much in the way of any further and additional accumulation. And it should stay breezy across most regions until the early afternoon hours. After this passes, we are looking for Arctic cold and a dry air mass to return for Thursday night through Friday. This will mean single digits and teens for overnight lows in the Snake River Plain tonight, below zero for alpine basins in the central Idaho mountains, and some low clouds and patchy fog in the morning is likely to continue. After Saturday, the forecast has some low confidence. The storm track could be over eastern Idaho, but could be farther east. That will make a large difference in how much, if any, we get of precipitation. Storms will be coming, though, from interior Canada, and when they come from this location, they do not have much moisture to work with, and so if we do get snow, it should be fairly light. So here's a satellite image from this morning. You can see the blue clouds are actually low elevation clouds. They're fog and stratus. You can see there's quite a bit in eastern Idaho, especially in the Snake River Plain and the eastern and southeastern highlands. And this will plague us during the morning. This should also help to keep temperatures cool because it will take a while for this stuff to evaporate. Here's a look out into the Pacific with the current storm systems. Most of these will be the ones here in the Gulf of Alaska and out on the Aleutian chain will all be pushed to the north of us. We aren't expecting much in the way of any sort of effect from any of these for southern Idaho, at least. Okay, so there's still a chance of snow today for the southeast and eastern highlands. Elsewhere, again, the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, and South Hills, it should be breezy, especially in the morning, and it should taper off starting in the afternoon. But might take a while, though, for the Magic Valley. Otherwise, very little weather occurring Saturday. A slight chance of snow showers returns for some limited areas. You see the South Hills, the Lost River area, and the Sawtooth, so sort of the western part of our forecast area, so sort of south central Idaho. Then on Sunday, it does spread from the South Hills into the southeast highlands and more of the Lost River, Wood River, Sawtooth, and Lemhi County, so all of the central Idaho mountains. And again, this is a slight chance of snow, and that would mean basically a risk of 15 to 25% chance. And then on Monday, you can see it's limited once again to the southeast and eastern highlands. Again, a lot depends, especially the Sunday and Monday phenomenon does depend on where the storm track actually sets up, and that is in doubt as of Thursday morning. Here's a horizontal weather depiction, surface weather depiction of today. You can see the low and the light snow that is expected over the eastern and southeastern highlands. And here's the risk. You can see it's falls off very quickly as you get to lower elevations, and it's mostly tops out at around 30% chance for some of the mountain ranges in that location. And overnight, you can see it really dies off. Not much. We're just looking at 10% chance threat maximum, really. The other thing is it will be breezy. You can see these are gusts to 29 to 30, maybe even 35 miles an hour in areas south of Burley, but otherwise staying relatively breezy only. Gusts to 15, 18 miles an hour, 19 miles an hour in Pocatello this morning. And you can see it actually sort of levels off for the late morning hours, and by 2 p.m., instead of the usual increase during the afternoon that we're so used to, it's actually decreasing. Okay, here's the highs for today. You can see we will struggle to get any temperatures above freezing. It'll mostly be limited to the eastern Magic Valley. Overnight lows, as I said, below zero for a lot of those alpine basins. and even in the heavily populated areas, 10 to 14 degrees. Okay, here's surface weather for day 2, and you could see the Arctic boundary, a lot of cold air sinking here. Where this exactly sets up, it could be over us, giving us some colder temperatures. But for right now, we are expecting the really bitter cold to stay east of the Rockies. And here are the afternoon highs for Friday. You can see actually a little bit cooler, about a degree or two than the previous day. Saturday, overnight lows not quite as cold as that initial Arctic breakout we have, with Stanley being much warmer. A lot of this is cloud cover as well. And here is Saturday through Sunday. You can see the dry conditions continue, with just some low pressure working its way through California as that storm slides south into the southern Great Basin. So there's just a slight chance of some precipitation over the central Idaho mountains. You can see staying well above Sun Valley's elevation, and even Stanley only has an 11% chance, which essentially is a no snow forecast. Here's the afternoon highs. You can see with the switch to southerly winds on this day, the temperatures are starting to warm. Stanley is warm as 38. But still struggling to get above freezing in the Snake River Plain. A lot of this could be, we've got to be careful of stratus and fog developing during the afternoon, or actually in the morning hours, and keeping the sun out of the Snake River Plain. Here are the overnight lows. You can see once again getting cold back now we're definitely into the single digits here in the Snake River Plain, Eastern Magic Valley in the teens, and back down to around 0 for Stanley. And here's, if we do get showers on Sunday, you can see how limited they are, mostly in the eastern highlands and in places like Lemhi County, again, mostly in the mountains, only affecting the routes going over the passes going into Wyoming. Here are the afternoon highs for Sunday. You can see it is turning colder. So that's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can contact us at this telephone number here, or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.